Hi, welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the Super 7 Thundercats Tygra. Now, as I said, I'm going to start leaving them in the package to show you the package, then I'll open them up and then review them. So it just gives you an idea of how they look, and once again, you say what you want about Super 7, and I've been very critical of them in their price, especially with their reaction, but this is an Ultimate. But their display of this fiction, the display in the package with their nice window that Hasbro will soon not have, is absolutely wonderful. You can see pretty much everything that's there. His two different face sculpts, his hands. You can see his whip in the back. You can see a coil up whip. So, I'm not going to put this sleeve on because once again, these things are a pain, but it comes with a sleeve over it to protect it. And one thing, as you can see, it's cut out right here. And that's what we'll say Tygra. And it comes in a Tygra Thundercats box. Same as the Lion-O and the Panthro, and I'm sure every single Ultimate does. And in the back, you got some absolute wonderful artwork. Tygra gives you a little bit about him, but I'm not going to read that. If you want to, you can pause it and read it. So anyway, let's open this. Let's take a look at it, and then I can get him displayed with Panthro and Lion-O as we wait for Chitara to come in. So again, before I start, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, follow the channel, you know the whole spiel, hit the bell. I'll be doing a couple more videos probably this weekend. Alright, so here we have Tygra out. Let me just tell you, there's not much to go over with this because they don't move all that much. So here's the packaging. Looks absolutely awesome. You have your Thundercats logo, your Tygra. I'll show you a little bit better here how the sleeve. You see how it just slides right over, so they can use any Thundercat sleeve to go over the Thundercats, but it protects it real nice. And then you have the artwork on the back and a little bio about him. All right, so let's take a look at Tygra. And wow, what do I say about this? He looks amazing. He comes with a whip here that is already stationed how it's going to be, like he's whipping it. You have a loose cloth whip that I would assume you'd use for photos or for your display so it can wrap around one of the villains. He comes with 6 pairs of hands. So he just got a grabbing hand, which is pretty much like this. Super 7 seems to just give you 2 of the same hands. At least I've gotten that with all of the other ones. Again, pretty much the exact same hand. Maybe there's something slightly different. And then kind of an open clawing hand. He's got his second face sculpt, which looks like he's trying to be angry. And then you have your retracted whip. So, first glance, he looks amazing. The sculpt is great. I haven't really seen an Ultimate that isn't wonderful with sculpting. But the moment you grab him, and like I said, I've really been on the fence with these. He feels like a 1980s toy. And I don't mean picking up something that looks 1980. It's picking up something that feels like it's a 1980s figure. So they've obviously moved to pinless, which is nice. Aesthetically, it looks nice. But here, with the knee, I mean, that's 45 degree. That's like 45 degrees. I'm sorry, that's unacceptable for a $50 figure that I just spent. I'm just like getting mad about this. I don't know, for some odd reason, Panthro and Lion-O didn't seem nearly as bad. So same thing here. I mean, he's not even getting a 90 degree, not even close to 90 degree. You have your ankle rockers, which don't even move all that much. His elbows, which get well, over 45, but not 90. He can almost do a T pose. His arm obviously goes up further because he has this piece on his outfit. So don't think you're getting a T pose from him. His ab crunch, he doesn't even bend over that far. He can look over pretty well. He does have a soft growing area that makes it easier to move the legs, I guess. But the legs only go up so far. When I went to bend the knee as it is, you can kind of see the gap that this is creating. So, I mean, mold-wise, it's not even that well there. Wow, this is a very disappointing figure right off the bat here. So he can turn side to side. The hands here, let's see here, how easy do they come off? They come off easy, the same as Lionel and Panthro. And then the head sculpt, let's see how, so his head doesn't really move up or down. You can move side to side. That's, oof. Even the paint right there, that, I mean, this is shoddy. This is, I mean, for as long as people waited for these, especially people that had them on pre-order and paid for them ahead of time, so the head pops off really easy. I mean, look at the neck joint. It barely moves. Neck joint barely moves. Wow. This is close to being as posable as a reaction figure. So, you know, I'm going to bring over Lionel. I have Lionel here, who does not have pinless joints. And he clearly gets a 90 degrees in his, or maybe a little under. His arms, he poses better. I just, wow. So, I mean, it clearly seems different in my opinion. Although the arms, they're very similar. But, yeah, this is, I'm really disappointed. I spent $50 on this. So, alright. I'm going to move Lionel over here. So, okay. You don't really give that much with them. Now, at least Panthro and Lionel seem to give a little bit more. He just has whips. A good amount of whips. 2 head sculpts. The hands, like I said, they tend to give you... if I look at these 2 hands here, you know, I guess this one, the thumb is sticking up a little more than this one. That's it. I'm sorry. This is the type of stuff that makes me want to cancel my G.I. Joe. Ultimates. I'm really worried about spending that much money on these figures. This is not a $50 figure. I mean, it is. It's $50. I paid $50 for it. It's not worth $50. I'm just going to say it right now. So let's quickly look at them here. So the paint apps here, I can honestly see like a scratch here. I'm not one to really nitpick, but I'm really disappointed in this figure. His wash looks really dirty. I don't know how well you can see it. He obviously has issues where they put them together. You can see the orange sticking out. I mean, I'm not even sure if that's supposed to be like that. I mean, that looks absolutely awful. You can see a T literally running right down the crack of his ass. And then right across. This looks like it's been sitting out in the dirt. You can see up here. Wow. This makes me wish I was a mint in box collector, because I mean, I guess I'll be able to get them in enough of a pose to display them with Lionel and Panthro. I can tell you, seeing this, Chitara clearly will be the last one, because I actually saw a Mumra video that was very disappointing. So, there you go. T-pose, he can get up here. He has a bicep swivel. Okay? He cannot make a bicep. I mean, I can't touch my shoulders. This guy has way less posability than me. Look at Lionel here. Now, Lionel's head moves up and down. He's got this big hunk of hair. If I pop this off here, that's the inside. Again, an issue with their quality control, but man, and look at the ball joint here. Yeah, this one doesn't move very much either, but the head actually moves up and down better. I'm gonna pop this back in here. That came right off before when I first bought them. So yeah, why Lionel? And I believe Panthro, I did a review on that, has way more maneuverability. But this guy, he's like a 1980s DC figure. And that's the best way to put it. All right, so we'll finish this up here. He just swivel with the hips. A pretty weak ab crunch. Head moves side to side like a Star Wars figure. I guess his knees bend about as much of a reaction figure. He does have a boot cut. I guess that's nice, except for it looks like it's about to literally fall off. And then he has some pretty sad ankle rockers. So, but they have big feet, so they stand up pretty well. If I pop in. Again, I do like how easily the hands come out. That's a plus for sure. Pop this hand in here. And grab this string one. And kind of slide this in here. I guess you can get them in a pose. That'll be fine to display. Alright. Again, not too much more to go. We're going to wrap this up because I'm actually kind of getting mad about this. Alright, so there you have it. That's the Super 7 Tygra. He looks good. His face sculpt looks nice. I know some people have complained about the face. I'm not really going to complain about the face too much. The paint apps, there's just some blunders. Again, I don't really complain too much other than when I start seeing a figure I spent $50 on. And his posability is awful. I mean, this right here, I originally bought the Lionel and Panthro so I could see whether or not I wanted to invest going down the road of Ultimates for G.I. Joe. And I was more on the fence of yes with that. But I do believe someone said that those were an old mold. And Super 7 took over. That's why they're not pinless. I'm not positive, so don't really quote me on this. But looking at this, I believe this is a completely Super 7 mold. It's awful. It's awful. Brian Flynn, isn't he the owner? Do better. I honestly cannot sit here on my little channel and endorse people to go ahead and spend $50 on this. Other than if you have Lionel and Panthro already and you need to complete the main figures, or you're a Super Thundercats fan, you have so much potential. And as people complain about Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, Star Wars Black Series going up in price, they make a much better figure. They give you more. But you know what? I don't need two of the almost exact same hands that you gave me with this. You gave it with Panthro, and you gave it to me with Lionel. You give me two heads. Okay, two heads is fine. You look at the G.I. Joe Doc, but there's four heads? Or there's three heads. Two of the faces are almost the exact same sculpt. So yeah, you give me more, which is nice. But you also give me stuff that I can use. I look at Valorverse, $32 for a figure. I'll be the first one to say, I don't need 8 sets of hands per figure. I have too many hands. But again, they're giving me other things like weapons, stands, at a $32 price point compared to $45 for these, $50 on Big Bad Toys where I got it from. Most of the Ultimates are $55, and I can almost guarantee you that their prices will be going up as everyone else's goes up. Considering you look at the Reaction line, which is a $18 ripoff. But a figure like this is really the type of thing that makes me want to say, I'm absolutely done with Super 7, but we're toy collectors. We know we're not going to. I just bought, hold on. Yeah, I spent $18 on this. Yeah, most of you won't know what this is. This is Gorilla Biscuits. Hardcore band. Now, you know what? I can see spending $18 on this. It's a reaction figure. He's heavy. Big hunk of plastic. Or the Circle Jerks. You know, my Skank Man up here. I can justify $18. You know why? Because most of you don't know who the Circle Jerks are. So you know what? If you're going to invest in something like this, even less people know who the Gorilla Biscuits are. You're going to invest a resource that there's only going to be so many people. But when you start seeing stuff like this, or the reaction figures, the G.I. Joe ones that are all over that shouldn't be more than $10, that's when you get to the point that you're like, Super 7, you're just taking advantage of everyone. And the army builders with G.I. Joe, and giving us all these different ones. And you know what? Don't let it not be known, or don't make us, how can I put this? Don't think that we didn't notice that when you give us these army builders with different colored figures, you also swap the weapons, so you can't buy just one of them and get all the weapons. So if you bought all the white figures, you wouldn't get all the weapons. Alright? Or I think you get all the same weapons. Something weird like that. I forget what it is. I have to look back into it. I'm going on a rant about Super 7 because honestly, I just spent $50. I'm kind of pissed off about this figure. So, if you're still watching, great. If you came here to find out whether or not you should spend your money on an Ultimate, I'm going to say hell no. I don't know why this has me so worked up, considering how much money I spend on toys, but this one really has me worked up. So, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to take a look at this new figure, but I want people to know. I said from the moment I started doing reviews, I'm going to be honest about it. I think the sculpt is really nice. The fact that you can't get more than a 90, well, that you can't even get a 90-degree turn, a 90-degree bend in an elbow pose. You know what? Look at this. Where is it? O-ring figure. Let's see. Let's take a look. O-ring. Hell, that's actually over 90 degrees. An O-ring, right? Wow, O-rings. Now, yeah, sure, that's the remake. This is the remake of the original that I do have. So, I'm going to get off this on Super 7. I don't know when the next Super 7 will come in. I'm going to take a hard look at this. And it's really going to make me contemplate whether or not I'm going to go down the road of Super 7 Ultimates with G.I. Joe. Because right now, I'm going to say no. I was really on the fence of getting that Mummer, which is what? Close to $70. Hell no now. Alright, I'm getting off this. I've ranted way too long. It's up to you. It's your money. Alright? We work hard for our money. Most of us do. I'm just going to do an honest review. And honestly, I think this is a ripoff. I think it's very disappointing, so I'm out of here. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Follow the channel. I'm going to give you honest reviews of my opinion. Doesn't mean it's your opinion. Doesn't mean it's someone else's opinion. Doesn't mean my opinion is right. It's just how I feel. Like the channel. Follow me on Instagram, A Punk With Toys. And have a great night. And once again, happy toy hunting.